Hi, friends. It's Alicia from With This Pen Notary. Hello. I am coming live today to talk about um, when will you say no? So we had a major snowstorm here on yesterday, and the snowstorm caused major delays. I can't even see the screen here. Lord, sorry about that. The snowstorm caused major delays. Oh, that's much better. The snowstorm caused major delays here, and because of that, there was no way to maneuver around the city to, get to appointments. Well, typically PG County is pretty good at cleaning off the roads and cleaning off the streets and everything. Usually, our main street where I live, it's not really cleaned off, but the major roads are pretty clean. So, with that being said, I received an order, and just going off the past, again, the streets are typically cleaned off. Well, not so much this time. So I received a signing service, and I countered the offer, but I was also thinking that maybe, given the circumstances, that they probably would say no. Well, you got to think about it. Some of these signing services are located in places where it's nice and warm and sunny and no snow. And so they're all, they're okay. Well, okay, if you ask for more money, then okay. Now, I don't know if they're, looking at the weather here in the DMV area or, whatever. I just don't know if that's what they're doing. But they came back with an offer, approving my offer. And so what do? Do you say, okay, well, let me go out, or do you say no? Well, I attempted to chance it. And so I went out, and as a matter of fact, I ended up completing 2 signings. But when I tell you, it was the scariest thing ever. It was so scary. The roads just was not cleared at all. PG County just they dropped the ball. Now, it could be because, again, people are, they have this COVID going on. So some people are home that normally would get out and clear the roads, and but for some reason they just wasn't out. Hey, bestie, for some reason they just wasn't out on yesterday, so the roads weren't clear. When I went out to complete my signing, the closing was just so far away from my home. I want to say maybe about 45 minutes. So if you can imagine driving 45 minutes where you normally would take probably 40, given the day, you'll take a little less time getting there. This actually took me longer to get there. The roads were iced. It was dark. There were power lines down. There were trees down. The only thing that I could do the whole entire way was just pray to God that my husband and I make it out of this situation. And I also prayed and I asked God, if you spare me this time, Lord, I promise I will not do this again. It just wasn't smart. It just didn't make sense. So, where you thought that the roads would be clear, just think that, give it a day or so, allow them to clear the roads, to get out and do whatever it is that they need to do to clear the roads, because it was just that bad yesterday. It was that bad. So on that note, I would say these were experiences, and this is one that I said that if it comes down to it, I'm just gonna have to say no. I can't jeopardize my life for going to have someone to do a signing or a closing. I just can't. My kids could have lost both of their parents yesterday driving in the mess. It was just chaotic. It was crazy. And I just promised my husband that I just won't do it again. That is one that I am sure to decline. If it is icy out there on the roads, yes, thank you. If it is icy out there on the roads where, it's just not passable, then there is no way that I am going out. The snow that we received on yesterday that was dumped on us, our street, it took for the neighbors to come out on yesterday to clean off our street just so that we could pass by, because we knew that the trucks usually don't come on our street the day after it snows. Like, they take days before they get to our street. So we typically come out to, clear our street out. We have a neighbor who has like a slow snow blower, and he'll, come up and down the street to blow the snow or whatever. But so we were good in that aspect. But as you get out of my neighborhood and onto the main roads, even the highways, I've never seen the highway filled with so much ice and snow. It was just unreal. Every stranded car that I rode past on yesterday, the only thing I could do was just pray for those people, because it was cold out there. I don't know if they ran out of gas. It looked like a tractor. His I don't know if he whatever happened, his car or his truck just kind of like spun to the side and he was stuck. I've never seen the highway like this before. You will always think that you get out to a main road and that the main roads would be clear. The main road was not clear at all. So yes, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad my life was spared also. And again, I just prayed the whole entire way. My husband looked at me like I was crazy. He's like, just, we're not doing this no more. I can't believe that you're out here. I even thought myself, I couldn't say it to him at the time, but I even thought myself that I can't even believe that I'm doing this myself. So I had to come on here just to share an experience on when I would say no to a signing. And I've been getting them frequently and rather rapidly. I've put a list of the signing services who I get a lot of orders from in my comments. Yeah, I heard that I-95 was shut down. I did, but I didn't see that before I left. I was working yesterday, so I really wasn't paying attention to the news. That's another thing, note to self. Pay attention to the news. Pay attention to the news. So that is my takeaway from yesterday. Again, those signing services, they're way wherever they are located, and it may be sunny and everything is fine where they are, but here in Maryland, it was terrible, 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 terrible. So that's my story. I won't do that again. And I say again, I won't do that again. I apologize to my husband over and over again. I thanked God. Like, I've never been so tensed, aside from climbing a mountain in Alaska. I've never been so tensed the whole entire time, or nervous the whole entire time, than I was on yesterday. But again, that will be a time that I would say no. If it puts a life, not just mine, but if it puts a life in jeopardy, because again, I have my husband with me. Yeah, no. Gotta say no. Thank you, Landlord Life. Thank you. I didn't realize that it was shut down on yesterday. I really didn't, but I thought I'd come onto my live and put this video up and share my experience. So That's it for me. Check out the Notary Lady with this pen notary. Thanks for watching. I'm out. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe. Peace out. Toodles.